similar to this, guys. Dana gets asked about Colby Covington. Now, generally, if you guys have a Colby question and you can't get a hold of Colby, you come to me. My Twitter has equal amounts of hey Chael questions as it does hey Chael, what's up with Colby questions. I don't have the answer, but listen to what Dana said. This came from out of nowhere. It appears to me that Colby's having a hard time getting a match. Now, I'm doing all the deductions on my own, which is, okay, Colby and Masvidal got this thing going on. It must be until that thing gets resolved that Colby and or Masvidal can't get a match. That's my deductions. Doesn't appear that I'm right on that. Masvidal is out being very active. Colby has not been extremely active in the media. But Dana comes out and says, Colby has made it clear to us he will fight at 170, 155, or 185. He says, so we don't have any problems getting him a matchup. That's all Dana said. He set that down and walked away. What do you mean 155? Where did Colby start talking about 155? That is a very interesting concept. I mean, if anybody did get lucky the way the weight classes work, it's Colby Covington. He's the perfect 70-pounder. But the perfect 70-pounder can make 55. It's not going to be a lot of fun. They can do it. And Dana just slid that in. I know about the 85 business. I know about Colby calling off Adesanya. Which it does beg the question, if Colby goes to 85, just how far could he go? Like, if I was to ask you this, Colby versus Pereira right now, who do you have, right? You see where you had to think? There's probably 6 or 7 guys that we could get a line in Vegas to favor over Pereira. Probably 6 or 7 guys. I don't know if there's a single guy that you could get favored over Adesanya. But when Pereira and Adesanya fight, at some point, Pereira will take that lead. I don't know if that's going to be for a minute or for an hour or the day that it comes in. When smart money starts coming in, it's going to be going on Pereira. At some point, he will become the favorite over Adesanya. For whatever brief period that may be. And I do think it's a really fascinating time. I don't think we've ever had a time like this. I don't think there's ever been a time that that statement was true. There were 7 guys, including Jared Cannon here, I could put head-to-head with Pereira today, and you would bet on the other guy. But how good are you at fill in the blank has nothing to do with this. How's your kickboxing? That's all that matters. How's your conditioning? How's your lungs? How's your grit? You still got a big, tough heart? That's the only questions that are going to matter here. And meanwhile, Dana's got me thinking about Covington going down to 55. There's some reason. I told you what I hypothesized. All right, Colby and Masvidal got this thing. That's pulling them out of this. But that's not what we're being told. And all I'm here to guess for you is that something is going on with Colby. I thought the idea of Colby going up to 85, I thought that was really gaining some steam. I thought that there was a real chance there for that. But now I'm hearing Colby at 55. If they're both ridiculous, I'll stop talking about it right now. Why did Dana bring up 55? And when Colby is out for a period of time, when you have one of those big stars that's out, he's very quiet by his own standards. When he comes back, it's usually for something big. I mean, when Vince used to do that with a guy, if the wrestler was out for a period of time and then he came back, he either came back with a new gimmick or it got announced that he just made a blockbuster movie coming out this summer over in Hollywood. Like, there was always something, though. The guy wasn't just out. Colby planning to go to 55? I'd be light on that idea, but boy, I'd be big on the parity. Number one reason I like him up at 85 as well, you have a true number one contender. That's what Colby is. Nobody disagrees, including his haters. Everybody agrees that's the number one contender, and he can't get a title shot. I think he should be able to change weight classes. I think that's very relevant. I think maybe Dana was tired. I think maybe Dana didn't make anything out of this. But he still said it. And he said Colby's name, and he said 155 pounds.